So again, thanks for joining. We're going to talk about some rules and regulations. We're going to talk about, what to look for into every alerts, and other than the alert, how to utilize the Tradytics, the Discord. We have a different bots here that we have introduced here. We have Tradyflow, we have Bullseye, we have scalping ideas, golden sweep bots, large option sweep, and then we also have a crypto and large equity prints. So I'm going to give you a demo, and that's the reason I send you the website in the chat. I'm going to send it again just to use that website when the time really comes, so that you can see different bots and different commands that you can use into the channel that's created for all of you called TR Flow Query. In this particular channel, which is, I'm going to show my screen now. This particular channel right here, TR Flow Query, as you see, some people are using it right now, or different things in here to see where the market trend is going. But before we go any further, I want to talk about a few things on the psychology of the market, right? You all know how much I am into the psychology of the market, and how much I love to talk about market psychology and different things, because that one thing will make you consistent in the market, and then that one thing can also make you lose every day in the market. And a few things on the psychology. First, what happened before around COVID 2020, March, that big drop, big rise in the market, that may not happen again. So instead of putting a hope on something that one day the market is going to drop 100 points and I'm going to make 500%, you don't build that kind of hope in the market and trade based on that, because that may not happen. If it happen, we're all going to be lucky, and it's really going to benefit us, but it may not happen anytime soon. So forget that hope that you have built in your mind. Always play with the current market conditions and what the market does. I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The market is forward-looking 6 months. So when market is behaving the way it is right now, it looks for the data and the statistics and the market for the next 6 months, what could happen to the market, and that's how the market will behave. So the market may not behave based on today's news or tomorrow's news. The market is a forward looking. So in order to build your hope around something, buy a crazy amount of call or puts, ridiculously cheap at the price, thinking that there is a hope that you will make the money. Well, it may not happen. So never do this. Only create a hope with what the current market conditions are. So don't worry about what's going to happen and one day you're going to hit the jackpot, and in your mind you're drawing that money, the BMW and the Mercedes and the things that you can buy from that money, because that's just your imagination. That may not work. So you have to live in the reality of the market, not something the friction of the market. So always remember that. So another thing I want to talk about is your past experience, the losses, the lot of things that you have, done wrong, different than the market, will also guide your present action. Remember, people say the past always comes to bite you. It's because we think about our past so much. Every trade we do, there's a fear. What if this go against the trend? What if, what this, what that? And that's the reason that people sometimes struggle, because they have that fear in their mind. What if something happened? Like, what do I do? I had a loss last year or this year. I want to cover the loss. But when you open the position, you go with the fear. And on the fear, when the position go against you, you quickly cut the position and then you take the loss, or your loss run to 50, 60, 80%. And then when you earn the profit, you cut the profit at 25%. All I'm saying is, have a faith in yourself. Have a faith in something that you have committed to do. I'm not saying that I'm the genius or market is a genius. I can make you profit every single day. No, but have a faith in yourself. Have a faith in the system that you follow. Because if you're going to live on a fear every single day, then why trading? Does anyone go to a job in the morning thinking that they're going to get fired today? Or today is my last day in the job? No, these things happen spontaneously. So you do get let go, you do get fired. What do? What do you do? You quit your life? Or will you not find another job? Or will you just go home depressed and not do anything? No, no, no. This is trading. It's all about the psychology that you build around many, many years. Even though someone give you everything, the knowledge, the resources, the power, the trading, some people are still going to fail miserably because of the poor mindset. You need to have a strong confidence mindset to trade every day that, you know what, you're going to do this. If you're going to trade everything, every trade you do or take with the fear, how will you succeed? And what the fear you have about the money? Yes, it's the fear, and you should have. But if you're confident into something, and if you know that this is going to work, just have a faith a little bit in yourself. And don't risk crazy amount of money to make ridiculous profit, because that may not happen. Or when you make a profit and then you're like, oh, wow, I made a good money this week. Now I'm going to risk that money and then I'm going to do something and make more money. Don't have that mentality. You can risk your profit, but not more than 20% into something that has a high probability of to win, not something you go against the trend. Market has been very choppy. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you don't. Another thing I want to say, no matter how much money you lost, you may have a credit card debt, you have taken personal loans, don't do that anymore. Just whatever capital that you have in your account, try to reserve that capital and try to grow that capital. Until you grow that, there are rules, RULES, rules you need to follow. Number one, do not go into Lotto position unless you are in a profit for that day. If you have made $100, you can risk $10, $20, no problem. But if you haven't made a profit, and if you go on the same day Lotto, you have a high probability to lose. Anything over less than $5,000, $8,000 account shouldn't pay a Lotto unless you are in profit. Small account holder, which is between $1,000 to $2,000. Your account size is very, very small, so that you need to pick every position very, very carefully. You don't need to go in every position I take. You avoid any calls, any alerts over $250 or $300. Your range should be 100 to 200. That is 10, 20% of your account. The reason why, there's no shortcut in this business. If you be consistent with profit, you will be green. Why do you think I didn't start any kind of ridiculous, crazy challenge, 2K into 20K, 1K into 10K, 1K into 5K, zero rules, zero this? No, because that is the most ridiculous thing, to just get the money off of the people and then say, you are all screwed. Bye-bye, I already got my money. I don't believe in that business. So that's why I teach you to live in the reality of the business, not the fiction. I'm going to say, we're going to start 2K to 20K challenge. Everybody like, fire. Yeah, let's go. And guess what? 3 days later, the 2,000 going to be 1,500, then another 1,200. And like, let's go another challenge, and keep building challenge after challenge, just sucking people money in and not making any profit to the people. So that's the most ridiculous thing. If somebody is giving 2K to 20K, I'll personally follow that person and they say, okay, show me how to do it, because it's impossible. Right? People will sell you the dream, but not tell you about the reality. I don't sell dream. I sell you the true picture of what you want to learn and how you want to make money. So what I started, 52-week challenge of green. I didn't say a profit amount. I didn't say a dollar amount. I just said green, because I did the math. And I always tell you this, I always do the math first and then speak after. Whether it's option trading, whether it's position I open. So what I did math. If I can just get my people 52-week green, right? Small account, big account, doesn't matter. You will make really, really good amount of profit. Depends on your account. But we just want to focus on the green. Green means you may have a one red day, or let's say half a red day. But then if you have 4 other green days, your profit going to be there, because there is no way you can win in this business without having any loss. And if someone says, I am perfect, then please follow them. I will follow them too, because I study. I tell you, I study every paid service alerts, whether it's the SAM, we already know who I'm talking about, whether Elite or any other people we have. I study everybody's alert, and then I try to figure it out where my system is, where their system is. So I try to focus on the quality and the quantity both. That's what you get. Last week, if you see, we had 30 trades, only one loss, which is Myrna. I think so. Yeah. But the end of the story is we need to build your account. Build account means we need to grow you to the green. So if you have a small account, $2,000, one trade a day or two a week or three a week will slowly grow your account to that level. I haven't forget about you. I haven't given any trade because market has been choppy. So once I see the stability, I'll still give something on Monday, but that we need to focus, and I'll mention it if I open something. For example, when I opened the QQQ, I mentioned this is a long call for October 1st. We opened for 330, we sold it for 480 and some other change, and we still made a good profit. So when there's a time, you can go with the longer swing because you have a time on your side, because it's not going to go to any big loss right away unless something crazy happens. So follow the swing trade. And that's the way you're going to start. First, you find yourself good with the swing trade, you make some money, build your account, and then you can focus on a day trade. You really don't have to worry about just making profit every single day. All you want to do is just be consistent with your profit, and everything should be fine. If you can be consistent with your profit, there is nothing you need to worry about. Another thing, some of you already here are good trader. You trade on your own every day. That's great. I don't have any problem with it. But if you're struggling in something, then learn the system, learn the psychology, give yourself some time, follow some trade till you build your account. Because one thing you definitely need in this business to trade is the money. Because if you don't have the money, you won't be able to trade tomorrow or day after. So you need the money to trade. So the most important aspect of the business is you need to make sure that you have the money all the time in your bank, in your brokerage account to trade so that you can create a profit. So before you risk anything in the business, before you risk the entire account or blow your account or thinking about blowing the account or drinking something crazy, think about how would you get the money if there is no money left in my account. So that's the most important part. We need the money to trade. Every day, when you start the market, when the 9:30 market open, you need to reset your clock, reset your mindset, reset your thoughts, psychology around the market. Everything needs to be reset, because that's how it's going to help you to stay focused into today's market, not something happened yesterday or day before. Today's action is more important. What's going to happen today? Because we are traders, we worried about trading today, not worried about, in October, market dropped 200 points. So maybe thing happened tomorrow. Let me buy some puts. Now, puts only work 20% of time. Calls work 80% of time. Remember this, because market get corrected. So if you saw the January to August, the market was in a one direction, except for March, it fall a little bit and then it continued up. August, it was up, and September, finally, we had some dip. But over the other time, the market was always up. So calls is your best friend, right? When there's a good momentum, no need to fight the trend. If the market is QQQ going to make another new high on Monday, or QQQ try to gap up tomorrow, we're just going to find the weakness. And that's why I always buy in the long sweep put if I want to go against the trend, not the weekly. Because weekly, you will lose faster, versus if you think something's happening based on the chart, based on the market emotion, then we're going to go long so that we can capture the move. Like, for example, we captured the QQQ a couple times last week because we knew something was happening, okay? Another thing I want to say, forget what others do, right? You have your limitation, you have your own expertise, and you have your own satisfaction too. So if you not going to trade today and alert has 15 different good trades today, and you're like, oh my God, I missed it. And the next day you start coming to trading and you lost one trade because that's the only one you take, and it was maybe in a small loss or whatever it is, you're like, this is not meant for me. I'll tell you one thing, market or I doesn't discriminate people. I don't believe in that discrimination. So market doesn't discriminate saying Taylor going to make the profit, but the Wiley going to lose, or AG going to make the profit, but Drew going to lose, or Joe going to make the profit and Danny Boy going to lose. So market doesn't do that. Market has everybody saved. There's billions of people come to the market. So attaching yourself to the particular trade, thinking it's going to go against me, or I'm the stepchild, or market doesn't like me, blah, blah, blah. That's all BS. It doesn't work that way. So take that nonsense out of your mind, saying you are the most unlucky person. Because if you're the most unlucky person, then maybe casino will hire you and pay you a lot of money because you go to the table and people start losing. Well, that doesn't happen. So you're not unlucky. Is your timing is not right, or the position that you try to focus, you did it without researching what to do. And that's the reason why today I'm giving you this knowledge and resources so that I can help you build your fortune that you wanted to build for many, many years. The legacy, the fortune, that doesn't just happen. It happens with the hard work, consistency, dedication, knowledge. So if you don't have the knowledge and you're trying to jump into something, you're going to fail. It's like if you don't know the swimming and you're going to jump in the pool or the ocean or the river or the lake, you're going to get drowned anyway because you don't know something. But if you know the swimming, but you only have swim in the lake or river and try to swim in the ocean, you're going to fail again because you don't have the practice. So different technique, different strategy, different market, different timing, that is also important. If it's really, really easy to make money with the full-time job, how come you all not in a ridiculous profit already? Because, because our mindset. My meeting starting at 10, it's 9:30. I have a half an hour. Let me open something and I will make money. No, what happened if you miss the half an hour trade? Is the world going to end for you? How come you don't have that satisfaction that it's okay? If I'm not going to make money for half an hour, AG going to give me another trade anyway. I look for trade every single day, every single hour. So if you miss something in the morning, which was 100%, but you will catch something in the afternoon, which is 40%. So what do you need? It's okay. Don't be in the rush. People who have a full-time job, I'm giving you the swing. I'm telling you that what do you need to do in terms of what kind of swing that I'm giving. For example, sometimes I'm giving the swing after 2-3 weeks. So take those swing because you're going to be going in a meeting. You don't have a time for the market. So take those swing because that swing going to help you to not watch the market while you are attending the meeting. You're going to be busy. You're going to be not watching the market. So, but at least you have a peace of mind that you have a time on your side. And you have my alert on the side, and you can quickly see if I'm going to close the position or I have still kept that position open. So think about the swing that we're going to do. That swing, we have a time. So if you're going to a full-time job, or if you're going to a meeting, if you're traveling and you don't have time to watch, just don't trade. Or if you trade, only take swing, not a day trade, because by the time you come out of the meeting, either you're going to have a surprise or you have a big loss. And you're going to be responsible for that because you didn't had time to watch or you missed my alert. So don't be in that greed mode. Oh, let me make $50. Think about this. Most of you here in this channel right now has a full-time job and has a full-time income coming in no matter what you trade or you don't trade. So you're doing this to create extra income and extra lifestyle for yourself. In order to do that, you have to be patient. You work 40 hours a week to get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a week or 2 weeks, whatever your salary is. If you don't expect your boss to give you, say, your boss not going to come and says, today I'm going to give you 5,000 extra because you work extra hour. No, you get what you paid for. So same thing in training. The time that you invest, that's how much you get. You're not going to get $5,000 just invested 10 minutes of your day. What you invest, that's what you get. So if you are busy, that's okay. You have a next day. Market, myself, you not going anywhere. We all are here. So today, if you don't get the time, tomorrow you get the time. There's no rush on making any money. Do you go to a bank on a Friday night, on Thursday night at 12:30 when your paycheck comes to your bank account to take that money in your bank account? You line by the ATM and said, I'm going to take the money. You know it's going to come. Same thing with trading. If you stay committed to yourself, not make stupid mistake, the profit going to come. It will follow you. But if you just be in the greed of, let me make this extra money, let me make this, let me do this. No, don't do that. Just wait for your time, wait for the alert, and what time you have to watch. Another thing, learn how to take the profit every Friday, because if you don't take the profit, that money is not yours. You will not have that money in your bank account next week because you're going to overtrade and you're going to blow your account. A lot of people here struggle with the mindset. So whatever profit you have, I sometimes take daily profit. Sometimes I take Friday, depends on time, but I take profit every Friday because I'm not going to keep the money. If I keep the money, sometimes I get greedy and I do over trading. So to make it short and simple, take the profit, get out of the profit. That's it. Not going to keep any more money. Don't keep adding to it. If you have a $30,000 account and you made $15,000, you're 45 now. Now you're trading based on $45,000. But if you don't have the proper risk management, that 15,000 that you just added will be gone in less than a few minutes or few hours, few weeks, few days. So set the amount. That's the only amount you're going to trade. Anything over, it's profit. Take it away. Go to bank, withdraw the money, and you're going to take it away, everything. Boom. Or else you will blow your account. Because I know no matter how much I'm going to tell you, somebody inside the mind said, hey, it's okay. AG's doing what he needs to do. You can make that trade. It's okay. One trade. You make that one trade, you buy one contract, and then you average, then you average, then you average. And then you say, wish I would have followed just AG's trade and not did trade on my own. Why do that? Learn, grow yourself first. First learn and then think about growing. If you don't know the market, the emotion of the market, you're not going to trade. And if you feel like you want to trade, I'll give you a secret. Find the best trend market. If you try to trade on your own, like market where the NASDAQ, S&P, IWM, everything just staying consistently in one direction, market is going up, that is your day to trade. What we have seen in the last few weeks, if you don't have the knowledge and resources or understand the fundamentals of the market, you won't be able to make the consistent profit because it was up and down so much. You need that experience. Anybody has any questions before I go any further? You can unmute to explain or ask, or you can type in the chat box. Any questions? Seems like we have a pretty serious afternoon today. Or everybody's in a listening mode only?
Hey, AGPro, this is Mayan277.
How are you?
Doing good. Thank you. So my question is, you said that we should be taking money on the Friday. However, there are some calls which is kind of, very, very long. For example, the expiration date would be next year or 3-4 months. So in that case, if there is a loss, then also should we take out the money? Whatever.
No. Profit means, okay, so you misunderstood me. For example, let's say whatever trade we did last week, we had a 15 different trade or 20 different trade. And from the trade, let's say my account value beginning of last Tuesday was $5,000. At the end of the Friday, my account value is $6,000. That $1,000 difference is my profit. That's what I'm saying to take it out. The whatever profit you made on your account based on a trade you did for the whole week, the end of the Friday, that's what you should take out. Let's say if you had a loss for some reason, don't add money to it, because the more you add money without having a proper risk management and process, you're just going to lose more. So if you have a loss, don't add it. But if you have a profit, take that profit and keep that profit separate in your savings account. And as I always have told you to have a strategy around what I do, from the profit I make, 20% of that profit, I buy the long-term stocks, different company, different valuation. 10% sometimes I go for the one we bought, PLTXF, right? Which was almost 50% return. 30-40% return within a week. Roots that we bought, SENS we bought, everything was 100%. So whether you invest that money into something or whether you just take the profit, whichever is good for you. Account grow, yes. For this, so I gave the example for the $5,000 account, but if you are a $2,000 account, that must be a reason why you are in a $2,000 account. Reason number one, Either you have blown your account before that you can't put more money into it. Second, you don't want to risk more money. That's why you have a small account. Or third, maybe that you still have that fear piece. So it depends on which category that you fall into it. If you can manage and control your emotion, that's fine. Grow your account by putting 50% profit into your account, but take the 50% out of your savings account. So let's say you have a $2,000 account and today and this week you made $400. Keep 200 in the account, take the 200 back to the bank account and put that in a savings account, because that will help you save some money on a side for some, unfortunate circumstances or something happened.
Perfect. Thanks for explanation, AGPro.
Thank you. No problem. All right. Somebody says here, smaller account. How many contract as a starter in general on your calls? You will let us know when you add to trade going your way. How many contracts are in general on your call? Jojo, I'm not understanding the last part.
So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so typically we would take maybe like 5 contracts, 500 or like 500 5 contracts as a starter when you make one of your alerts. And then in your last video you said if it goes your way you can add more, right? As it's looking like it's trending really in the right direction, you can add 5 more or 5 more. I haven't seen that you're alerting that you're adding more. And I'm wondering if that's something like, if you see something going really well, would you tell us that you're adding more? It's just as an indicator, or say something that, gives us the confidence.
John, that's a great question, buddy. Yes. For example, the Friday, right, when the Apple was falling, of course, I should have alerted to add more, but nobody expected the Apple could get just wiped out 5 points from 155 to 149. But you're right. When it's trending, for example, after what just happened on Friday, let's say markets start backing up on Monday, we have some good momentum coming in. Then what we're going to do is, John says adding more. How we do that? Let's say we bought Apple 148 call on Monday, right? Apple is 148, for example. We bought 148 call in the money and Apple started going up. As it's trending in the first 30, 40 minutes and it's still making the new high, we can go for the next 150, or we can add a few more into 148. Depends on your price. You don't want to add to your contract when you're already 30% in profit, because then you average it down a little bit lower. Add means this. You open something at 9:30, right? Now, as I said, 9:30 to 10 time is the most volatile time in the market. It can go in your opposite direction if you don't know what to watch. So what we do sometimes for small account or big account, whatever it is, if you're planning to buy 5 contracts for Apple 148 and I alerted at 9:32, you go with the 1 or 2, just so that you are looking at the market perspectives. That's what I do sometimes. Buy 2 or 3. When it goes down a little bit more and I see it bouncing from the support, then I add more, then my average will come down to really less. But if it's already up 30%, then I would rather take the profit and add to a different expiration versus the same expiration. So 9:30 trade, especially the $100, $200 QQQ trade, you go with a small portion of your trading account, not all in. And that's what I do. Buy 5, 7, 10, 8, depends on my accounts. You should buy less so that it will help you to manage that P&L really well. If it goes against you, you are not in a loss. And these days, the reason I'm doing this because the market is volatile these days. You saw what happened on Friday. QQQ gap up 100 point, didn't even survive more than half an hour. That gap up 100 point wiped out everything and closed below 100 points down. Is because of volatility and, market was all-time high. Apple also crashed crazily, which brought the whole market down. So in that situation, we just want to play safe. But if it's working in your favor, if it's going up, then we can add more position. Depends on if we see the strength in a stock. If Apple is trending 149, now 149.50, and it's trending and I see it, I will alert 150 call. So we'll have 149, which is already in the money in profit. We'll open 150, which can also close in profit. We'll do that when the time comes. John, the time has not come yet in the volatility market to do that because it's going up and down so much. All right. It is important to take the profit even for a small account. I feel like I shouldn't take the profit in a 1K account while I'm trying to grow, so I can eventually take larger trades with the group. Yes, if you're 1K account, I tell you one thing, 1K account is very hard to manage because I see how you do it and I'm impressed with you. Mr. Galactic always buy one contract of GM, one contract of something else, and then slowly you're building your account. That shows you that you really have a great control in your mindset of the trading, because you try to grow your account and you don't jump 5-7 contract and then your account goes to zero. So yes, if you're 1K account and you try to grow something, even though if you compounding interest with $10 profit a day, 20, 30 profit a day, that's profit. If you're compounding with 22 days, 52 weeks, it's going to be really great. You may not see the profit in the beginning, but you have a small account. So in order for one account, 1K account to see 5K, it's impossible. So slowly, if you make $50 a day, $10, $20 a day in a 1K account, you're still growing your account, because at the end of the month, what you wanted to see is you started 1K right now and you have 300K in your account. That's 30% profit. Even the US bank doesn't give interest like that. So you got the good interest. Now keep adding more. And then when you go to 1300, then you can risk a little bit more contract. You were buying one, now you're buying 2, 3, or 4, depends on the value. Yes, go with your own pace. There is no rush, guys. 1K, 5K, 10K, 7K, 8K, 1K, doesn't matter. No rush on making money. This is not a casino. This is a real game. It requires a lot of knowledge and resources. If you ever feel like you want to gamble and you just want to throw your money, I simply advise you to go to casino, do whatever you want to do, but not in the market. Don't treat market as a casino, or don't treat market as a gamble point. It is not. So always make sure that you take your slow approach. One more question. Hi, do we have a SLA at 30% for swing as well? Day trades, to how much of your account we can play in a day? Yes, 30% is the way we do 30% is our stop loss, right? But it depends also. Sometimes if you have a 4 weeks left in the contract, especially now, remember what we did. AVGO, when I opened it, I opened 2. The Boeing, when I opened it for October, I had 3 or 4, because I'm waiting for the right time to add more, because we still have 3-4 weeks to go. And when I give the swing, right, I actually do the research based on the support and resistance, right? And now the BA actually on the very important support. So if it's now going to jump, it's going to jump to 217, 218 quickly to give us profit. So you can set the 30% loss SLA, but depends on time we have left. And I always update you guys that I'm still in the position. I'm still waiting for the right time when I'm doing this, because I wanted to make sure that I'm looking at the daily chart for the right support and resistance, and advise you whether you want to cut the position or you still want to keep it going. So 30% is your stop loss, but before you do it, just let me know. On a day trade, absolutely 30% is your stop loss. Lotto is 50% stop loss, because Lotto require a little bit of time. So Lotto is 50%. And then the normal one, which is weekly trade, is 30%. Sounds like a decent stop loss for us. But sometime right now the market is choppy. Sometimes you have seen our 30% loss position came into profit of 100% if you just have waited a little bit extra time. So how do you do that? We do that based on market emotions. You know that I'm giving you update every single minute, every single hour when we are trading. So when I see something, I'm going to let you know. But before you cut it, just let me know. Again, I'm not going to say that you don't need to do this, but you need to manage your account as well. But I'm managing more than what you managing, because I have my people involved, a lot of people copying my trade or doing the same trade. So I have more responsibility than you waiting on 30% loss. But if it's something going against, no hope, 30%, I'll tell you, even I will cut it also at 30%. I will only stay in the position if it makes sense. And if I go against the trend, that's the most important disclaimer I want to make. Listen to this very carefully, everyone. I have the experience and then different vision for the market of all these years of experience. So I see position go from profit to loss, loss to profit when I go against the trend. You don't have that. And if you have a small account, less than 10K, don't ever open the position what I do on against the trend. Not even one contract, not even two. And when I go against the trend, I risk one contract of $600, $500, which I can easily afford to lose and have no problem losing that $500. And it would not even sweat for a second. You cannot do that. So until you grow the account, I sometimes go against the trend for a lot of reasons. I don't do paper trading. So when I test my theory, test the system, I buy with the real money just to see my emotions connection with it. So if you want to go against with me, whenever I alert, it's up to you, but you always, like Taylor, always go into every position, and he knows, he can tell you that every test that I've done, we have 80% success ratio. So 80% success we have. So sometimes it could backfire, but 80% time we always win. Now, Taylor, you have a question? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, like, you know how like sometimes you'll like say, oh, I average down on this position, but you don't alert us, you know what I mean? I was just wondering, like, could you possibly do that? I know it's riskier for like smaller accounts and stuff like that, but I was just wondering if you could like say, hey, I average down guys here or something, you know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. I will do that. But the reason I've not done it, Taylor, because when I say average down, my emotional intelligence is about 20%. The people's at maybe at 10%, and they average down even more than what I did, and they even lose more money earlier than expected. So that reason I don't alert it, because I don't want people to lose. But there's a position that we have to average. We will average, and I will alert it going forward. That's a good feedback. I'll make sure that I will do that. But then I will also put the disclaimer that you are averaging and it's risky or whatever I need to mention so that people can manage it. And as I said, if you're going to take a trade with me at 9:30, if you're planning to buy 10, go with 1. And then if it's working in your favor, means it's going up 5%, you think it's getting stable, market is getting stable, then when I add 1 more, you can add 1 more. But I always try to go slowly in the morning time, because morning time is the most volatile market. You know that 95% of the people fail between 9:30 and 10 and 3:30 to 4. But there's also 95% of the other group that always been between this time, 9:30 to 10, and they make the most profit between this time, 9:30 to 10:30. Now, there are many times you have make the profit by 10:30 and you were done for the day, then you're truly done for the day. You shut down the Discord, you shut down your TD app, and then you go do your work. No need to be greedy, because you made your profit today, right? You already, somebody last week made $900 with us in a first 20 minutes. Then he did whatever he had to do. He bought Amazon on his own and he lost $3,200. I didn't alert the Amazon, he did on his own. So that's what happened. When you already make the profit, as I said, the psychology of the trading is your mind is designed to protect you, but it doesn't protect you in trading. Your mind says, you made the profit. Now it's okay to risk a little bit money. So your inside mindset said, okay, it's okay, 400. You risk 400 from your $800 profit, then you're in the loss. Then you average more. Guess what? By the end of the day, you lost your $800 plus the 600 on top of it. You are in a big loss. And that's the reason I set up this meeting, emergency meeting today, without giving anybody a proper notice, because I don't want anyone to play like this, right? Because this is a psychology of the trading. This is a lot of things goes into the trading. You need to you be in control of the profit. You made $800, shut down the damn computer, go do whatever you got to do, and then come back next day. We'll make more money. I'm not going anywhere. Market's not going anywhere. Dow Jones not going anywhere. So why even rush to make money? If you already done something in first hour, enjoy the day, go back to your work. All right. This Nidhi, you say both channel. Which particular channel you're talking about? Can you message me? You should explain the both channel. Next question is large option sweep and golden sweep tells you when any calls and puts are bought. How will we know when these are sold and big money is coming out of the trade? But Nidhi, there's a very good question. These large option sweep, for example, this one right here, there's no way to tell, because, you know, if nobody knows how many they sell. We only get the notification of buy. But if you want to see a big sell, you can see a big drop in the contract, big drop in a stock price can eliminate or can describe saying that somebody must have sold their option contract. Because when people buy options for their money, out of money, that push the price up for the stock. When the price drop, that means people are selling those contracts. So there's no way to tell, but you can just guess or see the trend from the overall stock. See the stock is dropping. For example, when we saw the SQ was dropping on Friday, because, and there is also alert here for the big SQ put, you see right here on the bullseye bot, somebody bought SQ put big time, $450,000, 230 contracts. So that also put pressure on the stock when people are buying puts on particular stock, but no way to tell. No, of course, thanks. I appreciate you finding this very helpful for everyone, because we need to do this. You need to remind yourself every morning that you're gonna behave, you're not gonna overtrade, and that's why I have set up a bots. You know, my bots will remind you every 8 hours that AG said, do not overtrade and take your profit, and then manage your loss. This game is all about managing profit and loss, because if you can manage really well, you will never have to worry about it. Now, let's not talk too much about psychology. Enough me giving you the lecture. This isn't a TED talk. This isn't a motivational speech. This is my true experience. I'm sharing with you what I have gone through. And it took me some years. And guess what? I had no coach, no mentor in my life, but I want to be one for you. And that's the reason why I'm giving you this time right now to on a Sunday afternoon, after you are busy, I'm busy, we have football going on, there's a lot going on, but we are spending this time because this is our future. And that's the reason we are here. We want to make and build our future in trading. It will be amazing to have a full-time job and a side income of 4 or 5K a month. Your life going to be all set. You can have your great vacation, great time, whatever you need, extra spending. You can create a lot from this business, but only with the great rules, only with the strict discipline, and only with the right mindset, we're going to win in this business. Otherwise, it will be extremely difficult for you to trade. So, guys, promise me that you're not going to overtrade. You're going to take your profit. And if you're happy with your profit, that you set your target. Some people are happy with 200, 500 a day. If you made the profit, shut down the computer, enjoy the life, go back to your work, whatever you have to do. AG, will you be able to look at any contract that have a lower premium so the bigger majority of trades can buy multiple contracts to be able to scale out? Like you, based on the poll results a while back, like most people had a less than 5K with premiums in with $2, $3, or $4 per contract. It's hard to buy multiple contract. Joe, can you explain me a little bit more? I'm quite not understanding what exactly your point is. Unmute yourself and just explain. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, AG. So yeah, I just know a lot of the stuff that you do alert is, it's like $2.50, $3, $5, especially a lot of the Amazons and things. But it's tough for people with only a few $1,000s to buy multiple contracts to be able to scale out as the price is going up. So for those, for buying like maybe one contract and the price is going up and you alert you're taking some off, we have to make a decision to either take the one completely off or try and let it ride. So I was just wondering if you're going to look at some more that are like cheaper, like maybe 50 cents, 70 cents per contract.
Yes. Yes. Thanks for reminding. Yes, we have a small account holder based on the survey we did. We have some accounts between 2 to 5 and 1,000. You right. So we will look into GM. GM is like 50 cents. We can look into some other smaller company, the 2-digit stock, but 2-digit stock has the main problem is they have a low probability to go in the money because the stock needs to move at certain price. And I told you guys before, every stock has a beta, BETA, that define that how much the stock can grow with the index growing itself. So yes, I will find it as soon as I see the market is just getting a little bit stable. So give me some time. I just don't want to buy those 50 cents contract and then start going into the losses. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy 50 cents $100 contract with the 2-digit company like a GM Neo. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of time of error or whatever you want to call it, so that instead of 50 cents, you'll pay 80 cents, but you have a next week GM call or next week Neo call or next week some other company call. So that gives you some time on your side. I'm not a big fan of AMC, BBIG and all that thing. I like those company, but if you're in a good direction, you make money, but if you're in wrong direction, you could lose big time as well. So I will look for those alerts, Joe, for the people that we have in our group, less than 1K, 2K accounts. Like Mr. Galactic said, you always buy something smaller, $120, $50, $80, make quick profit and get out on time. So yes, we'll talk about it. Account size to start with? No, there's no account size to start with. Whatever you are comfortable with, because if you can start with $3,000 account and you can make profit from 3,000, that's fine. But if you are not comfortable with 3,000, you can start with 1,000, 2,000, depends on what kind of account size you're looking for. So I'm fine with whatever you guys are okay with, because as I said, I don't alert based on the account size. I give account alert to the larger account, smaller account, day trading, weekly scalp, whatever it is that we have, or the folks we have in our group. So my accounts, my trading gonna be spread out between all the small accounts. For example, the QQQ put we opened for next Friday was like $1.50 or something. So $150, which was small account trade. You have a time on your side, which was ended up at closing at $4. So you got to look for those swings that can give you good profit. Maybe by one contract, you still made $250, which is amazing. And then I sell, it doesn't mean you sell. If you think the more weakness in the market, you can stay a little bit more in the position. I sell because I have a million things happening at a time. I have a million position at a time. So I sometimes, sake of not watching that particular stock, I sell it at 40% profit. Later, it could be 70% profit, but I'm happy because I already made good profit. So I don't look for 80, 100% if I miss it. But if you already have two contracts and you already sold one, then keep the one, till it break even. I always told you guys, keep the runner. Tommy, if you would have kept the runner on Apple, you know how much you would have made on Friday. $6. It was $600 at the close. That contract you bought it for like save 70 cents or 50 cents. So always remember, leave the runner, RUNNER, runners. Runners always is your friend because you got nothing to lose. You bought 5 contracts, you sold 4 at 50% profit. Pretty much the last contract you had, it's free. I'm not saying that let it go zero, but if it's break even, close it. If it's not break even, let it give you profit. It's okay. Let it give you profit. So always, always keep the runner, because that last runner, is going to surprise you the most and sometimes give you the profit based on the entire account value. Tommy, I love to pick on you. I know you're going to, you knew it. I'm going to say this because I know you didn't leave the runner on Friday. I know you always does, but this time you didn't. All right, now back to Tradytics. So now you all have all of our paid subscriber here. You have 3 flow query channel created just for you, right? So this is your channel. I have my channel, which I only have access to, which is my AG Trady. This is what I have. This is what I do. So I'm going to show you. This is the same as you have. Click. I'm going to send you a link of the Tradytics bots. So please open this. If you are in the front of the computer, please open the link, because I'm going to show you something interesting that you're going to love, and you're going to start using this tomorrow. Different bots, different commands, and how to use it. All right. The first one we're going to talk about is AI prediction, artificial intelligence prediction for different company. For that, the code is TR small, and we're going to put here all, and then we're going to put company name. This was better to use in a live market because it gives you all the knowledge of what's happening to the particular stock. So first one it's called the AI prediction, artificial intelligence prediction on any stock, which is Netflix, Square, whatever company you want to pick. So all you do is TR-all on Amazon, for example, and then boom, right there. That's the first command that you're going to use, and you can practice under TR flow query. You have access to it already. The second command we're going to show you is called the top flow. So top flow means where is the money going? Can anybody, is everybody okay with the screen size? Anybody has an issue with not looking at a screen, or the screen is looking very small? You guys okay with looking at a screen? Just give me thumbs up.
It is looking small, AG.
Okay, wait, no, small. Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger. All right, that's why in your computer, open that TR flow query so that you can watch with me as I'm doing it. There's no way I can, I'm actually on a 46-inch monitor, but I can make it bigger than this size. I'm sorry, otherwise I would have. So open this with me so you can practice in TR flow query. So the next one we're going to talk about is the flow. Where is the money going? Okay, and the code is TR top flow. When you enter, boom, there you go. Is it good? So Friday, the most money went into the QQQ, Google, Meli. You know, Meli is another company like Amazon from Argentina. It's also very much volatile stock, very good to play. Everybody knows Shop, IWM, ELPS, SPY, Hood, MA, these companies. So, and these are the top bearish flow. These are the top bullish flow. So that's how you know where the people are putting their money in, bullish or bearish flow. Now, if you're learning right now and you're new to the market or you have a little bit of experience, you need to just look at where the market is going, where the money is flowing, where big whales are fishing right now, whether in QQQ, Apple, just so that you can create a knowledge. So this is good flow. This is from Friday. It hasn't been updated yet since then, but can anybody, everybody can see this big screen that I put it up, the flow, Apple, Google. Yes, good. All right. So this is the second command that you just learned. And again, you said, I told you, you can practice under TR flow query. If you want to trade, just follow the way I'm following right now. The second one is the big flow. And the command for that is TR big flow. And then we're going to put the company. Boom. Now, this will tell you who's buying, what expiration, put or call for a specific company that you look for. So we put QQQ and you saw at the closing time of 15:58, 11 seconds, somebody bought a put 394 strike for 6.4 million, expiring 9/17, same day expiration. Actually next week expiration. Somebody also bought a put for 354 for January 22nd for $3.6 million. And you see now this is every hour data. So you gotta use this command throughout the day to see the flow, because there is a lot of flow going in. You may not have the full list. So you can just type the command. That's why the channel that I have for you guys is public. You guys can play all day long and see what's happening. So put and call flow for QQQ. Let's try one more. Let's see what happened with Apple. TR big flow AAPL. Boom. You see everybody bought a call. They sold $115 call between this time, 11 to closing time. People were buying calls on the Apple. And that's why even the Apple was bearish, the flow was really bullish. So something about to happen in Apple, we'll see. Sometime after these much of calls people have bought, you see the reaction in the stock within few days from now or 3 days from now, maybe not right away, but sooner you will see the reaction. So you just have to wait for it, because these are all long-term sweep and calls they bought on the Apple. So totaling almost $30-40 million so far, which is pretty good flow that people have bought on Apple. So that's Apple. So that's the second command. Now this is the flow summary. This command called the flow summary, and that's how you use it. TR flow sum, and then let's say AAPL, Apple. This will tell you people bought 90 million in call premiums, volume 167,000, open interest $3.1 million in Apple calls. You see what people have bought, calls versus puts, out of money versus in the money, and buyer versus seller. Yes, there was a more seller on the stock, but there was a more buyer on the Apple on Friday, on the drop, on the weaknesses. So this is the comparison that you already had right now. Now, this information you have available in the Trady flow summary. You have to be active. If you're new to the market, you want to learn something, you can learn the emotions behind the market, what people are doing, the big whale is doing, by using this command and learn on your own. This channel available to you 24/7. So if you're busy during the market hours, after the market hours, you can do the same thing. This will help you stay active trend in the market. All right. The next one is called the unusual flow. And this is how we're going to type TR. Then, of course, the spelling unusual, AUNSUAL flow, and then Apple. Maybe the spelling mistake. There you go. These are the unusual flow on the Apple stock. Somebody bought a put 170 for 446,000, sold the put more likely. Somebody sold the put 157, most likely somebody bought a call. That's the unusual activity on the Apple. So that's just the one company, but this is the biggest one. Somebody bought a 115 call for April 22nd. So we can also see what the flow looked like in Amazon. This is the more big Amazon 3100 put. Somebody bought a put or sold the put for this $4.3 million. You see, the Amazon was the only one on Friday was just trying to hold positive or a little bit down versus the overall trend in the market. So this is unusual flow. This is also can be used during the day market. The next one is called the algo flow. So let's see algo flow. This one saying what the algo is doing, where the whole market is crashing. So looks like the stock was going down, algo was going down, so it's almost the same. So this is how you read it. If you see the yellow line, which is the price, and then algo score, when the algo score is going down, right, that means that algo is selling. If you see the algo score is going up, which is the pink line goes up with the yellow line, that means they are buying the stock. And that's one of the way you can see if the algo is supporting. What the algo means, guys, is you and I are day traders, so we watch the market for the entire time. But there are people that don't have the time to, like a hedge fund and other people. What they do is, yes, Nidhi, the recording will be available later, so you can leave, no problem. The big whale, they set the limit order, and then they say when Apple hit 120, you buy 50 million, and that's how quickly these big whales will buy it, and that's called the algo score. So the algo is buying it for them, so that's why you know what's happening to the stock price. So you can also use this if you want. Next one is the heat map, which is TR flow heat map. So let's say heat map, what it says for the Apple. You can see the heat map. There's a lot of call activity, 150 million. 150 call price, 1.87 million, 10 million people buying calls. This is the put for 152. You have the expiration below. So it looks like going into next week, Apple is bullish. Looks like it. We'll see what happened. Let me see the algo for the Amazon. Looks like 3.5 million, 3450 going into next week, 2 million. So it's not much, but there's not much activity, but it was a flow, positive flow was last Friday too. So this is the top 5 strike and expiration date, and show the net premium who people bought calls and puts into the Amazon. The next one is called open interest, which is the, you can put here open interest. Hold on, let me see how to use it. 1 second. Okay, so you can go in here and open interest Apple. Just show you what did I do here? Oh, never mind. I made a mistake. So that's the open interest for next week. You see people buying it between hard to say, but I think 150 to 150 calls. There's a lot of activity for 165 call next week too, open interest. So this is just showing you the open interest. You know, I don't use it much, but sometimes it's okay to use it during the market hours. The next one is called implied volatility. So you can put this core right here, and then symbol shows you implied volatility of the market. You see the IV is going up because of the Apple event. Start off with the reasons. IV goes up, you pay more price. IV goes down, you pay less price. So implied volatility in the stock. So these are the basic information, guys, you need to learn if you really want to be a trader, or one day maybe you want to do this full time. Then you can just have a little bit of knowledge, because it give you a lot of resources and information as well. And then a few more, because before we let you guys go, I know we're running a little bit over on time. The DP levels, we're gonna check here. Okay, this is the largest block orders, right? You see the people were buying SPY, high yield bonds, Apple, Peloton. These are the high top block trades people have done. Over 60 million SPY calls were bought, over 300 sold. High yield bond also was bought it. This is high yield bond. Yeah, I think so. An Apple, Peloton, this company. So you can, this is more accurate and easy to use in a live market, because it's a fresh data coming in for you. And this is the dark pool levels. The other one is, so different price. You see the dark pool level, 155, $1.19 billion. Hold on. This is the what it is this will tell you where the people spend most money in Apple at what contract price. People bought people spent $1.19 billion and Apple was 155. People spent $1.7 billion and Apple was 154. The highest money was spent at right here, 5.9 billion at 146.54 Apple prices. So you know how much people spend money. So when you're looking at the stock price versus the correction time, this will help you understand where the most money is in the Apple, and why, if you remember, Apple took off crazily because a lot of money came in around this time, 146. So another great level. This is the recent dark pool data, another one. We're gonna see it. This is the recent dark pool, 45,148,97. So looks like this is all bought it after the market closed on Friday. So at ask, so these are all the, I think something's going to happen on Apple Monday. I think it's going to, because there's a lot of activity, more than 200 million, 300 million people have bought Apple shares at the low price. So something exciting going to happen. So you can study these levels also during the day. Yes, Tuesday is the event. Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 11 PST, they have the event where they're going to reveal the new phone. There's also a seasonality information here, which will show you what day, what month. So the QQQ, it looks like Monday, QQQ always gap up. Friday is the low day for QQQ. These are the months that any stock behave. So it looks like July is the best month for the QQQ, and November and October. September is not a great month. So yeah, we bought the put. So We were right. So Wednesday is not a great day to play QQQ put or call because it's a low day, but Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday are the best days to play it. We don't have a game plan yet for the Apple, but we will reveal the game plan on Monday morning based on how the stock will open and what the stock will do. So this is a seasonality information on each and every stock that you have. You can practice this, guys. Whenever you have free time, you need to have a knowledge like what day which stock moves. This is the last 20 years of research, which is a lot of information, guys. So utilize this as best way possible. Big movers. So let's see big movers on Friday. Okay, sorry, made a mistake. These are the big movers every hour. KR, Okta, Billy, LVS, HUM, UPS, GM are the big movers as well. So big movers information here too. All right, next one is I think you're almost good. Last one, this one. Okay. What is people talking on a Twitter? People were talking about Tesla, ETH, SE, Amazon, Shop, Apple, PayPal, Bitcoin, Melly. And then there's one more. It's called a Reddit, which is, we all know what that is. So let's see what people are talking about on. Oh, made a mistake. Let's see. This is what they're talking about on WBSB stock, close, SPY, GME, AMC, Apple. These will help you. This data that you're putting right now, if you know how to use this during the market hours, and if you can remember all the commands, even if you don't, you can just quickly look up on the website. This will help you stay active in the position, and this will help you a lot. So it will help you. All right, the next one is the symbol and the news. So if you want to look for the news that you're not sure, just quickly put all the news on the Apple, boom. So whatever you need. Guys, none of the other Discord channel, you have this much of resources available at your fingertip to see certain things certain way, but I'm giving you all of this to help you understand how to trade. The last one I want to show you, if you are not sure about the support and the resistance, this will help you to see level TRSR levels. Oh, sorry. This will show you Apple hourly support. So Apple has a support at 145 and the next resistance is 155. So this is hourly. You can also do TRSR levels monthly. Made a spelling mistake again. SRLEVELS AAPL monthly. So monthly Apple support is next resistance is 150. So if I want to open a call for Apple, I may look for 150 above to open a call, or maybe it will bounce off of 147.55. So this is a lot of information I cover for you. I will strongly recommend that folks who didn't join or joined today but missed few parts or not understand clearly, watch the recording. Most likely I'm going to be updating this on a YouTube tonight so that you can see it. Everybody can see it without any passcode, without any other. This is going to help you in future to understand the market level. And this is what is going to make you more experienced trader in the future. So again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for being a great member to us. Thank you for your support and love. And I'll see you guys tonight with some charts and alerts, and see you guys tomorrow in the live market, kicking some butt in the new market, new excitement day. 51 more week to go for green. We had a 1 green. I only started last week as a first week. So 1 week is already done. Now 51 more weeks to go. And I have a feeling and a faith that we're going to do this together. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.